Big Red Boxing Room. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Gary Russell Jr., the longest reigning male champion we had in boxing, got robbed last night. I'ma go and say it. He got robbed last night, y'all. At the end of the day, you supposed to take the belt from the champion. A champion that was injured. A champion that ain't throw nothing but 3 jabs after the 3rd round. 3 jabs. And he still out jabbed. Did y'all see the jab stats? He still down there out jabbed that boy without even throwing a jab. All them misses. I mean, we talking about ring generalship. We talking about somebody with a deficiency. Something wrong with the man. Something wrong with the man's arm. And he went out there and put on a performance. I thought I was watching greatness. I don't know what the judges saw. Like, instead of giving people the benefit of the doubt when you looking at greatness, man, they looking at combinations and missed punches and aggression and punches thrown, and you know, they keep on throwing the jab thing out there, but they ain't throw out there that Gary Russell Jr. outlanded the boy by 1 jab. He threw over 200 and some jabs. Gary Russell Jr. only threw a few jabs, like 60. Still outlanded him. He made him miss all night. He never was hurt the whole night. He never had Gary Russell Jr. in a compromising position, not one time. And that man lost his title. He didn't take that man's title. But it seemed like they wanted Manny Pacquiao fighter to win anyway. It seemed like that's what they was, because they, you know, how they was hyping him up, and he coming off a knockout over Julio Ceja, and then he got knocked down himself, so facing some adversity, you know, nothing against Masayo, he just didn't beat our reigning longest champion in Gary Russell Jr. last night. He just didn't beat him, man. And I hope you get a man a rematch like he's supposed to. Probably not gonna see it happen. Hopefully Gary Russell move up or come right back after he has surgery. But yeah, it's a damn shame, man, what they doing with the sport of boxing, man, because last night was greatness. Gary Russell, he got nothing to hold his head down about, you know. Everything he been going through and went through, and man, they took it from him, man, last night, man. We need to understand that in boxing, in order for you to become a champion, if you're not fighting for a vacant belt, you gotta beat the champion. You have to take the title from a man. And last night we did not see someone take the title from Gary Russell Jr. We saw the judge give somebody a title, but we didn't see, I mean, one-handed, left hand. I mean, he counter-punching, up and down, body, head. Man, I'm talking about throwing combinations with one hand. Man, I'm talking about making the boy miss. Man, it was crazy last night, man. That was some of the most crazy. That was one of the best performances. That was probably the best performance I ever seen from a one-handed fighter last night. And, you know, he didn't get the nod, so, you know, hopefully they come back. Hopefully he can get a rematch, or Gary Russell move up and go fight some of the big names in boxing, man. I just hate the way boxing do us sometimes, man. We never get the right justification for, you know, what we saw. But, you know, business moves forward, and on to the next, man. On to Keith Thurman and all these other good fights we got coming up next month. So yeah, what I was gonna say was, yeah, y'all like, share, subscribe, man, and man, hopefully I'll see y'all around soon, man. I'm at work putting in this work. I'm out, man. I'll holler.